All right, here's a question for you. Within the last few months, have you been sleeping more or maybe sleeping less? Andreas recently spoke with a chief scientist and sleep expert about this very topic. Take a look.
We are all experiencing more stress and pressure, whether due to current events, employment, or financial concerns. Today, we're joined by Tara Youngblood, CEO of Chili Technology, with the perfect formula for sleep. Hi, Tara.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being with me. I am excited to have this conversation because I feel like this is something that literally affects everyone in the world. What are your sleep patterns? How does it affect you? And right now, we're really seeing changes, whether that's due to our new schedules based on social distancing, based on trying to now get back to work if that's part of it, but then also these stresses that maybe we didn't experience in the past. So based on where we are right now, what are the basis for the challenges that you're seeing with those that you serve, and how are those fundamental challenges changing in this day and age?
Yeah, there's stress coming at us from all angles. I think you kind of encapsulated a lot of those on the list, from political issues to coronavirus. There's a lot going on in our heads, and the social media pull that pulls us into our phones and into the TV that we're watching that. And that just increases our stress levels. So one of the things we talk about and how to manage that is your stress monster. And when you go to climb into bed, if that stress monster is really big, it almost feels like he's sitting on your chest and preventing you from sleeping. So we really talk about managing them throughout the day. You wake up in the morning and there is cortisol burst that actually is part of your natural cycle of your day and your circadian rhythm. But we want to keep them nice and small and tidy. So by the time we get to that end of the day, so as you go out through the day, the things that help keep that stress monster at a reasonable size is take them outside, go for a walk. You get off something stressful or you see something stressful in the news, add endorphins to that mix. Go outside, walk for 20 minutes, try to cycle through that. Breathing techniques are another way. In just 1 minute of breathing, where you're doing a shorter breath in than out, so 3 seconds in, 6 seconds out, you can actually flush through all the cortisol in your bloodstream. Again, really good at keeping that monster small. So when you think about the things you do out throughout the day, and my favorite one always is hugs. So even in quarantine, the people that you're quarantining with, 5 hugs a day keeps the stress monster away. Great way to kind of end that day and get into bed and not have that big monster sitting on your chest.
That's such a great way to think about stress as something that you really can control with small actions throughout the day, even as small and as wonderful as a hug. I know we all have been avoiding hugs for so long, and so hopefully we'll be back to our normal very soon. But keeping in mind that we're trying to, instead of letting that build throughout the day, we're trying to actually decrease that and manage it as we go along. Now, one of the things that I've heard from many people and have experienced myself are more vivid dreams in the last week to a couple weeks. Are you seeing that more people are having those vivid dreams, and what do you make of that?
Yeah, so when we get vivid dreams, that is still tied to that sort of stress mechanism. When you think about what happens in our brain at night and the function of dreams is to help us file our memories. When we were hunter-gatherers and we ran into a lion during the day, we had a very vivid dream of trying to figure out, well, where do we file that? How important is that? The day events that were happening now are not quite like a lion, but they are very similar in how our body reacts to it. So we have to sort of emotionally and in that memory perspective figure out, is this something I need to keep in long-term or short-term memory? Is it like the lunch I ate yesterday, or is this something I need to try to figure out how to keep for long-term? So those vivid memories are happening in your REM sleep as part of your body's own mechanism to sort of manage that. Is this a stress I have to keep track of? So it's pretty common. PTSD and depression patients get it all the time, but a lot of us are getting it as part of this pandemic and the social issues that are happening right now.
And you have some technology that you have developed to help kind of overcome a lot of that stress, but also to create the perfect environment for sleep. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so we're all about temperature. And what I love about temperature is it talks to your unconscious brain, your hypothalamus, that part of your brain that controls your heart rate and all those things that we don't have to think about. Temperature talks to that. And by sleeping cooler, just like if you imagine as a caveman, you'd sleep outside and you'd want it to be nice and cool at night, our bodies are looking to drop their core body temperature. So by doing that in your bed, which is what our product does, it helps enhance that. You can also do that by getting outside for a walk before you go to bed, or making sure that thermostat is turned down as low as possible for your nighttime sleep. What it does is it increases your deep sleep and helps you get past those dream states and down into the nice, really restful deep sleep.
And that's what we all need right now. It's deep sleep for sure. It's one thing to rest. It's another thing to truly relax and sleep. Thank you so much for being with us and sharing a bit about Chili technology and the cooling sensations that we can use to sleep better. We're so grateful to have you.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day.
If you'd like to learn more about Chili technology and what they have to offer, please visit our website, WTBR.com/VTM.